It's no secret that women put men to the test, whether it's to gauge a man's interest, determine his worth, or simply have a good time. They are actually putting men through their paces. Because Sigma males create a mysterious aura and are frequently difficult to read. It's very difficult for women to comprehend what they're thinking. Women often feel attracted to their mysterious nature but don't understand how to get their attention. This often leads them to test Sigma in order to measure his interest and discover what he's made of. Women want to see if they can break the code and get Sigma to let his guard down, but since Sigma men are very private and self-sufficient, they are often regarded as inaccessible and uninterested. And this couldn't be further from reality. They are truly the best partners out there. They are extraordinarily devoted and supportive, knowing when to give space and when to be there. With that said, here are 5 ways women secretly test Sigma males. 1. She gives him the silent treatment. This is when she totally ignores him and acts like he doesn't exist. She might do this in reaction to anything that he said or did, or she may simply do it for no purpose at all. Either way, it's a method of testing, and the goal is to determine how he will respond and whether or not he will succumb to her needs. The Sigma is not the kind of man who will put up with such nonsense. He knows that silent treatment is just an immature method of attracting attention. He will often just ignore her until she gets tired and disappears. In some situations, he might also give her the silent treatment right back. This normally works like a charm, and she will eventually come back to him and ask for forgiveness. The silent treatment is simply one of the numerous games that women play. While this game is usually a highly effective weapon that women use to manipulate men, it is absolutely meaningless against Sigma males because Sigmas love their alone time. They could think the silent treatment is a blessing in disguise, as it gives them an opportunity to relax in solitude and quiet. In fact, some Sigmas could even appreciate the silent treatment since it gives them a much-needed break from the continuous chattering of some women. This is the time when women get a taste of their own medicine and find that the silent treatment is not as beneficial as they believed it was. 2. She tests his confidence by challenging him. While some women may be doing this openly, others will do it in a quite subtle way because Sigma males are recognized for their unwavering confidence. Women may sometimes test this by challenging their opinions or viewpoints. She might even perform the devil's advocate in an effort to have him second-guess himself. While this might seem like an annoyance, it's definitely a woman's way of understanding him better. She wants to see whether he can stay calm and composed under pressure. Sigma men are rational thinkers and can instantly see through a woman's tests. This enables them to stay one step ahead, always knowing what the next move should be. What women do not even know is that Sigmas frequently take these difficulties as an opportunity to further learn how their minds function and what they are thinking. It's like a mental chess game for them, usually trying to keep one step ahead. Their knowledge and keen intellect often disarm women, making them even more intrigued. This is among the reasons why women can't help but be drawn to Sigma males. Attractiveness is one thing, but a keen intellect and intelligent mind are extremely sexy. When a Sigma is psychologically stimulated, they are in their zone and shine the brightest. And this is when their confidence really comes through. 3. She uses reverse psychology. This is another usual strategy women employ to test men. They might say one thing but mean the complete opposite to see how he reacts. For instance, she might tell him that she's not searching for anything serious when she actually is, or she may appear uninterested in trying to get him to chase her. This is all part of a woman's way of testing a man's interest and evaluating how far he's eager to go to win her over. Sigma men are typically one step ahead when it comes to reversing psychology. They can see through the facade and understand what a woman is actually trying to say. This enables them to stay calm and collected, never becoming entangled in the gains. For Sigmas, reverse psychology is just another chance to test their abilities and determine how well they can read people. They consider it a challenge and usually enjoy finding out what a woman is truly thinking. They frequently find it funny when they can see through her techniques and often find themselves smiling in the face of difficulty. While some women may find this soothing, it only serves to pique their interest. Using reverse psychology on a Sigma male is frequently futile, but it's one that women can't help but try. 4. She makes a point of disagreeing with him on everything. This is a challenging one. Women will frequently put a man to the test by arguing with him about everything. While many men failed this test since they accepted the lure and started to argue with her, Sigma men usually find themselves believing that she's actually doing it intentionally or that this is her point of view since they love independent women with their own perspectives. This sometimes puts them in a challenging situation. They will listen to her viewpoint and try to comprehend where she is coming from. This doesn't imply they will always agree with her, but they will at least try to view things from her viewpoint. Of course, it doesn't take much time for Sigma to find out if the woman is simply attempting to start an argument. In this case, he will often just agree for the sake of peace and then move on. Testing a Sigma male in this manner is usually ineffective because they are not the type of men who become easily defensive or riled up. They know how to keep cool and avoid engaging in minor arguments. Additionally, they are often very skilled at resolving difficult situations. If she hasn't already figured out the Sigma personality, she soon will not be one to be easily influenced or manipulated. He understands how to spot her games and frequently has the upper hand in these scenarios. Of course, there are occasions when a woman is just being difficult for the sake of being difficult. In these situations, the Sigma just walks away and leaves her to her own devices. There's no point in attempting to reason with somebody who is obviously not interested in rational discussion. 5. She tests him to see if he's paying attention. This is when she tries to figure out how much attention he's truly paying to her. She could perhaps make a few changes in her looks or actions and see if he notices. She could also drop hints about things she desires or needs and determine whether he picks them up. If he doesn't, she'll usually get frustrated and start accusing him of not paying attention to her. The Sigma is the kind of man who constantly pays attention. He notices everything, even the tiniest things. This could be both a good and a bad thing. It's fine because he's always aware of his environment and knows what's going on. It's bad because it may make him seem paranoid or suspicious. Sigma males are highly observant and usually think more critically than other men. They are much more likely to notice things that other people would not, whether it's a change in somebody's behavior or a small issue that others could overlook. This is one of the features that make them such good leaders. They perceive the big picture and are constantly mindful of what's happening around them. Sigma men usually pass this test without even realizing it since they are often paying attention and will normally notice any changes, but this can occasionally be an issue because she can't believe he's being too vigilant and it might make her feel uncomfortable. Well, that is all for the video. If you find it helpful, consider subscribing and sharing it with your friends.